Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday morning, March 31st. March going out like a lamb today. In fact, gorgeous weather through the first half of the week. Some storms to end the week, but I don't think we have any severe weather problems, at least here. We'll take a look at the big picture. This is the water vapor satellite view across the nation early this morning. Got a pretty impressive storm that's lifting out across the plain states. There's a big comma-shaped cloud out there, but this thing will pass way, way north of here, have no real effect on Alabama. Also got an upper low, not too far from Long Island. And that's be moving northeast. Around here, we're in great shape, and it's pretty cold this morning. In fact, it's below freezing at Haleyville. They've got 31, 32 for Decatur and Fort Payne. Anniston, 36. We've got some scattered pockets of frost, and some of the colder pockets, like Black Creek, they're in the upper 20s. But a big warm-up today. We'll be in the mid-70s today. And that's a sign the air is very, very dry. It'll be close to 80 by midweek. Around the nation, you can see that tongue of warmer air coming up across the southern plains, where they're in the 60s early this morning, while we are in the 30s. And that certainly is a sign we've got some warmer days ahead. Up north, how about blizzard warnings in effect for parts of the Dakotas? Nothing like that on a spring day. Down here, the counties in blue in Alabama, that was a frost advisory for this morning. The counties in the shades of pink, that is a red flag warning for wildfire danger later today. Of course, we're getting into April starting tomorrow, and sure enough, we've got some severe weather potential in the days ahead. This is tomorrow, day 2. A couple of slight risks well to the west of here, one around Wichita Falls, Texas, one around Wichita, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri. Day 3, this is Wednesday, the standard slight risk from Dallas-Fort Worth to near St. Louis. That would include Little Rock and Tulsa, Oklahoma City. And on day 4, which is Thursday, there is a risk of severe weather for Arkansas and some of the adjacent states. That includes Memphis and the Mississippi Delta. But beyond that, I really don't think there will be a risk for Alabama on day 5. Now, north of here there could be, but not where we are, as you'll see. This is the rain for the next 5 days. Valid through Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. Rain amounts of about 1/2 inch. Clearly, the bigger numbers will be north and west of here. Take a look at modeling. This is the GFS, the OZ run, valid at 1 o'clock local time this afternoon. This is at 500 millibars. You see the big trough off the Atlantic coast. Pretty intense system over the northern plains, lifting northeast up toward Canada. But down below that for us is going to be gorgeous. That deep surface low that's sitting west of Minneapolis, St. Paul will not affect us. Sunny with mid-70s today. The NAM is at 75. The GFS is showing 77. And if you like that, you'll like tomorrow. That system up north lifts up into Canada. Will be sunny and warm with upper 70s likely. Wednesday, the GFS is printing a high of 81. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. We'll see some increase in clouds as the Gulf begins to open up. And again, west of the state, we could see some severe weather developing over states like Missouri and Arkansas, East Oklahoma. And this is Thursday. You can see that big trough coming out of the Rockies. Down below that, there is a surface low near Oklahoma City. And it looks like there could be a warm front north of here. And I'm not so sure it rains a lot on Thursday. Could there be some rain? Yes. But with the warm front north of us and that surface high kind of still holding in place, not so sure it rains a lot. Should be a pretty warm day. The GFS is showing 81 on Thursday. Now, let's look at Thursday night at just after midnight. The surface low begins to deepen over Missouri. And again, you can clearly see there's some concern for severe weather down into Arkansas and North Louisiana, down in the warm sector of that thing. And this is Friday at 1 o'clock, the surface low near Chicago. It's under 1,000 millibars with a trailing front. But really, the main dynamic support is lifting out. And while there certainly is a chance of thunder here on Friday, I'd say the severe weather risk is pretty low. This is the upper trough at 500 millibars. You can see it so far north of here. Now, the instability is pretty decent on Friday. This is Friday evening at, 7 o'clock local time. The instability values are about 1,500 to 1,700 joules per kilogram. So this, good instability. Will be, up around 80 Friday. But all the other parameters are just blah, meh. This is the low-level shear, the bulk shear between the surface and 925 millibars. Basically, there is none down here, which means no tornado threat. And this is the wind field at about 5,000 feet, the low-level jet. And the core of the stronger winds way, way north of here. So we'll forecast a good chance of showers and thunderstorms on Friday, but at this point, the severe weather risk looks minimal to zilch, and that's good. Saturday, the GFS suggests the front, despite the dynamics passing far north, will have enough push to make it down to South Alabama. And if this is correct, we will have a dry day on Saturday. A little cooler. High would be in the low 70s. Partly sunny. Any rain Saturday confined to the southern quarter of the state. Still could be raining down at, on the Gulf Coast, Mobile, Dothan, places like that. Sunday, the GFS keeps the rain near the Gulf Coast. Now, let me just give you some caution here. We have seen other runs of the GFS and other models like the European that suggest the rain could back up and move back up in here. But this run of the GFS says dry. And for the moment, we'll say dry. But just be aware that's a lower confidence forecast. And Monday of next week, we stay dry, the 7th of April. We'll jump to the end of the forecast, April 15th. Negative tilt trough over the plain states. That looks like a severe weather look for Arkansas and Missouri with the deep surface low that's on the Kansas-Nebraska border. But we're still dry. And really, over the next 15 days on this run, we're seeing no big severe weather setup, which is good. That could easily change, though, because we all know that this is getting into April here starting tomorrow. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock or so this afternoon. If you can, catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News, the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.